If you're a Halloween lover, a Disney fan, or maybe both, you've probably heard of Disneyland's Oogie Boogie Bash. But here's the big question. Is Oogie Boogie Bash really worth it? I've been going to this Halloween event for years, and in today's video, I'm giving you everything that you need to know so that you can decide if it's worth your money. I'll walk you through exactly what's included, the pros, the cons, and of course, my honest recommendation at the end. So whether you're on the fence or already eyeing those tickets, this is a full breakdown that you need. Stick around because I want you to feel confident before you decide. So let's get into the basics. What is Oogie Boogie Bash? This is a separately ticketed Halloween party at Disney California Adventure that runs on select nights from late August through Halloween Day. And while the official event hours are typically 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., your ticket usually lets you into the park 3 hours early at 3 p.m. So yeah, that's a solid 3 bonus hours to enjoy rides, snacks, and the park before the party exclusive offerings begin. And trust me, one of the biggest advantages is the limited crowds. Since the attendance is capped, it feels way more relaxed than a standard park day. Many popular attractions like Toy Story Mania or Soarin' can drop to 15-minute waits or less during the party. But to keep it real, not every ride benefits equally. Big ticketed attractions like Radiator Springs Racers or Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark can still see longer waits. Sometimes they're pretty much the same as they are during the day. So if you're banking on low wait times for every ride, just be mindful of that. But rides aren't really the only reason that people go. The real magic of Oogie Boogie Bash lies in its exclusive entertainment. You've got the Frightfully Fun Parade, lively dance parties, and unique live performances that you just won't find during regular park hours. Then there are those villain treat trails. These are walk-through immersive experiences where you meet Disney villains. And they're often fully themed with lights, music, live dialogue from characters, plus you get complimentary candy and snacks along the way. Some people complain that the lines for these trails can get a little long looking, but in my experience, they move pretty fast, and they're a core part of what makes the event feel unique. Plus, it's totally family friendly, great for all ages. You're not talking scary stuff here. Maybe spooky stuff like you might see in The Nightmare Before Christmas, but overall, it's a Disney event. It's just got a little fun spookiness to it in the way that Haunted Mansion does. Now, let's talk about one of the most artistic, underrated gems of the event, Villains Grove. This is a walkthrough experience set in the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, and it's hard to describe unless you've seen it before. Imagine moody lighting, fog effects, ambient music, and light projections that create a kind of theatrical dreamscape. There's no jump scares, no characters, no candy, it's just a vibe. It's a favorite amongst adults, and honestly, it feels like a love letter to anyone who grew up in the theater or just appreciates beautiful atmospheric storytelling. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite things from the event. One thing that separates Oogie Boogie Bash from a normal park day is that adults can dress in costume, which normally isn't allowed. And Disney fans go all out. You'll see couples dressed as obscure villains, families doing themed group costumes, and people who've clearly worked on their look for months. It adds so much personality to the night and really makes it feel like a community of fans celebrating something together, which is often an amazing part about visiting a Disney theme park anyway. And speaking of exclusives, there are event-only food and merch, though it can kind of be a mixed bag. Themed snacks and drinks are a fun part of the experience, but sometimes sell out, and more importantly, there's usually only a few things that are only for Oogie Boogie Bash. Many of the other snack items that you'll find during the event are often available during the day. As for exclusive merch, sometimes there's stuff that's only available during the party, but then sometimes we also see it become available later. But either way, Oogie Boogie Bash has really fun merch that's popular amongst fans, from apparel to collectibles, and like I said, many are just available during the party only. Another huge bonus of going to Oogie Boogie Bash are those unlimited Disney PhotoPass downloads because they're included with your admission. That means any photo taken by a Disney photographer during the event, whether it's a stage photo or even one of those ride photos, which is not by a Disney photographer, but if you get your picture taken on a ride, or any other ones as you're walking around and a Disney photographer takes your picture, You can scan it into your app and download those photos as much as you like and share them later on social media at no extra cost. And the photo ops at this event are usually pretty cool. Spooky backdrops, dramatic lighting, and Halloween props make these perfect for your socials or to look back on after the season ends. Throughout the night, you'll also come across rare characters that you almost never see in the parks. Villains, sidekicks, and surprise appearances that can make character lovers freak out, in a good way, of course. And of course, there's trick-or-treating for all ages, like I said earlier. So it's not a weird thing in Southern California for adults to get really into Halloween. I think in some other places they say it's not a thing. In Southern California, adults do like to go all out with costumes. It's a typical thing that you'll see, not just at the Disneyland Resort, but in other places as well. So if you're feeling a little bit reluctant and wondering, is this really something that I can go out in? Yes, there are costume guidelines that you might need to check out before you do this, but people do love to dress up. It is so much fun. And you'll find these trick-or-treat stations across the park with candy and sometimes allergy-friendly or healthy options. You can also ask like, hey, I need something that's allergy-friendly, and they'll give you that too. And it's not always just candy. Sometimes you get apple slices, carrots, things like that other guests really enjoy over eating candy all night. And you can also get other items like games and things if the allergies mean that you can't eat any of the snacks that are provided. They give everybody a bag for the candy when they enter the park, and then you will get to walk around and get the candy filled on your own. It is really fun, and you get to do them in those villains treat trails, which I really do enjoy. Now, with all that said, let's talk about the cons, or just things to consider before you book. If you've been before to Oogie Boogie Bash, this is the one thing that I hear a lot of Disney fans say, is you notice that the party doesn't really change much from year to year. You might see one or two of the same villains in the treat trails, but the core experiences, they really stay the same. So if you're hoping for a brand new show or a major addition every year, you might be disappointed. In the first year, they had a World of Color villain show. In my opinion, it just wasn't as good, and maybe that's why they took it away. It also just made seeing that and the parade really hard to navigate, so I kind of understand why they didn't bring something like that along. But maybe there's other experiences that could be added in the future to make this a really fun night. Also, this is a Disney California Adventure only event. Your ticket doesn't include access to Disneyland Park. So if you're trying to see the Haunted Mansion Holiday or the Disneyland fireworks on the same day, you'll need a separate ticket. And I would not recommend trying to go to Disneyland and Oogie Boogie Bash in the same night. I would say save them for 2 different days because you'll want to experience all the entertainment at Oogie Boogie Bash. There's no reason to hop over to Disneyland for fireworks when you're enjoying exclusive experiences at Oogie Boogie Bash that night. And frankly, for the same price as Oogie Boogie Bash, you could also spend a full day at Disneyland Park and enjoy longer hours, more rides, and more entertainment. Another con is that Disney doesn't always announce the full entertainment lineup before tickets sell out. So you might have to buy without knowing exactly which villains will appear, which food is offered, or what new entertainment, if any, is being added. So if you're somebody who likes to know every detail before spending your money, this can be a little bit challenging. So just know that you won't be able to do it all as well. Between the rides, the characters, Villains Grove, treat trails, parade, entertainment, you'll have to prioritize. Now, I will say, you will be able to do usually all of the villains, the Villains Grove, treat trails, and see the parade all in one night. But if you're trying to meet every single character, ride a bunch of rides, do all of the treat trails, go to Villains Grove, see the parade, there's pretty much not enough time for all of that. Character lines in particular can also get long. I'm not talking about the Villains treat trails, I'm talking about if you try to meet special characters you can take your photos with. Like often, Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle will be dressed as the Sanderson sisters, and sometimes their lines can be pretty long, like even an hour wait sometimes. So if your goal is to hit every major attraction and see all the entertainment, you'll find yourself running out of time fast. Lastly, a lot of the seasonal overlays like Cars Land Halloween theming and Guardians Monsters After Dark are available during regular park hours too. So if you're mainly going for those, a daytime visit in September or October might be a better value for your money. And again, Disneyland itself arguably has stronger Halloween vibes with its fireworks, castle decor, and crowd favorite attractions like Haunted Mansion Holiday, and also meeting Jack Skellington, which is really fun. So is Oogie Boogie Bash worth it? Overall, I would say for me, yes, but with context. Oogie Boogie Bash is an experience. It's not about maximizing ride count, it's about atmosphere, vibe, and being surrounded by Disney Halloween fans who are just as into the season as you are. When I go, I barely touch the rides. I soak in the shows, the characters, the lighting, the music, and the energy of the event. I love the Frightfully Fun Parade. I think it's the best one at Disneyland after Paint the Night. It's something that I look forward to every single year. So if it's your first time, I highly recommend it. Oogie Boogie Bash feels immersive and special, and if you're a fan of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Walt Disney World, Oogie Boogie Bash is a completely different energy and I think on the next level. Though Magic Kingdom has those incredible fireworks, Oogie Boogie Bash's special entertainment really stands out, and those villain treat trails are just super, super cool. So if you have any questions about Oogie Boogie Bash, leave them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button. And if you want to stay in the know with Disneyland tips, tricks, and updates, hit the subscribe button so I can keep you updated. I've got a lot more Halloween content on the way, and I want you to be fully in the loop this spooky season. Thanks for watching, and watch out for Mr. Oogie Boogie.